Hi, Lori Goodson here with an EdCat chat. One of the concerns that new teachers have is creating communication with parents. First of all, I want to explain that the idea of parents is a wide term. So if I'm saying parents, it could be grandparents who are raising kids, family members, foster folks, that sort of thing. So keep in mind that it's kind of a general idea. Hopefully, I'm going to give you some ideas to help you improve that option of getting some communication going with folks. 4 types of relationships that exist, and they're all super important. The idea of dealing with students, and we talk about that a lot, working with colleagues, collaboration with administrators who are going to help kind of guide your way as you go through your career of teaching. But the 4th one I think is just as critical, and that's working with parents and communicating with them. So let's visit a little bit about that and talk about some of the different things. First of all, the best way to get your parents to understand that you're on their side, and I think you're all on the same side, is you need to respect their students, okay? They're not going to be picture perfect. They're not going to be super ideal. None of us are. And they're coming to your classes, accept them as they are, work with them, provide respect. The other thing I want you to do is to think about respecting their parents and their family. We all come from different situations. Some of those situations aren't that great. Some are wonderful. Some may appear wonderful on the outside, but aren't that great. So keep that in mind. Respect all of them. Understand they are who they are. We can't change anything like that. We don't want them to be clones of us. There are enough of us. We need to be ourselves, okay? And following into that, it's the whole idea of being yourself. You can't be something you're not. You try to do that, and you're going to end up being disappointed in yourself, as will parents and students. Be yourself, okay? If you do act fairly informal and such, that's fine. Be yourself. Don't try to be something you're not, because it's just going to cause you problems down the road. And the parents and family members you're working with are going to sense that, okay? The other thing is make yourself available to them. I always gave my home phone number out to my parents. In the 15 years or so that I taught in classrooms, I only got 1 call at home. And that was from a parent who had some legitimate concerns about his child, and we were able to talk through some things, and life was good. However, people can be uncomfortable handing out those phones. I would not give them my cell phone number, but I would give them some sort of way that they can contact me and hear from me of an evening if they need to. We know that things can happen sometimes that are a little disruptive. You don't want those parents and the students worrying about that through the evening and then having to wait until they have you in class the next day. For me, I was always concerned that I just wanted to deal with any questions or concerns they had immediately. So I would encourage you to do that just as soon as you open those doors of communications to parents. I personally believe that it lessens the complaints and such you're going to have because they know you're there, okay? I always had one rule with parents also is if your child is getting super upset about an assignment that I've given or something that's not working out regarding my classroom, it's not worth crying over, okay? I taught middle school, I taught high school. It's not worth crying over, and for them then to wait, talk to me about it the next day, get things planned, work through it, instead of just letting that fester through the evening. So again, I offer kind of myself to work with these students and their parents to make things work. The other thing is accept whatever those parents are able to do for you, okay? I've been in meetings where we said, well, if the mom would just do such and such, or if the dad would just do, we can't make that happen. We are in charge of their kids when they're in our classroom. That's who we work with. Parents are going to be doing the best they can. I sincerely believe parents do not send their kids out the door to your classroom and say, make sure Mrs. Goodson has a bad day today. That doesn't happen, okay? Kids do the best they can. Parents do the best they can. There are a lot of things that can get in the way. So understand that they're not deliberately causing issues in your classroom. Appreciate any input that they provide and value that and try to act upon that as much as possible. we talk about things and it's the whole Goldilocks thing. The three bears, that's it. The idea of getting things just right. If your parents are too involved, what do we call them? Helicopter parents, and they're a pest, okay? If they're not involved, we're upset about that. Where is the middle ground? Where is that perfect spot? We don't know, okay? Parents go out and do the best they can. I'm sure I've had with my kids, teachers who wanted us to be more involved, teachers who wanted us to be less involved. They are who they are, they're doing the best they can, and appreciate that. And I think if you can make that happen, you're going to have some really good connections with parents. You're going to build trust. And that's what you really need the most, trust. That we're all working together to give their child the best experience possible in the classroom. Okay? Hopefully these things will help you out. I'd also encourage you to maybe go into extracurricular activities, making yourself available. I always went to volleyball, never played volleyball, never had a kid play volleyball, but I made myself available and they would come over and one by one and kind of just hang out with me and visit about little things. And so again, being available. Take advantage of those opportunities. Do the best for your students. Have a definite caring attitude toward your kids, and that will help your parents connect with you as well. So we're all in this together, and anything parents can do to help you will be just incredible. So hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully this helps you out, and you can start connecting with parents so you're all on the journey together. Take care.